opportunity for our community, and that's really to use excess heat, waste heat from buildings that we already have, and potentially hopefully geothermal sources as well, to not only push forward our climate goals, but hopefully save some money as well. And this is all part of a goal of a fully decarbonized economy by 2050. So as I said, obviously we're partners with the state, Holy Cross, Vail Resorts, Eagle River Water and Sanitation District, and the Rec District. And so obviously we mentioned this just briefly, but right here where we are, we're currently using some excess heat from the ice arena, which is uses a ton of electricity and generates a lot of heat to create something ironically cold. So hopefully we can start capitalizing on that, and it's part of a much bigger opportunity to really be part of our civic area, which would extend from here all the way over towards Lion's Head, but then also connect over into the village. This project has the opportunity to save not only a lot of energy and meet some climate goals, but it has the opportunity to save a lot of money. Something to be both proud and a little bit of ashamed of. It's the largest snow melting system perhaps in the US. I don't know if we've independently verified that, but it is quite large. And so, we'd like to just really thank the Colorado Energy Office for this opportunity, and quickly I'll pass it over to Mr. Hannegan with Holy Cross.
Great. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of Holy Cross Energy, your local electric cooperative, and our 7-member board of directors, a couple of whom are here this morning.
Where are they? The directors?
There's one there. Okay, we were thinking maybe another one. All right, good. And also the 167 talented and awesomely engaged employees, several of which are here this morning as well. Raise your hand, everybody. We're very excited to join the town of Vail and its partners in this exciting new program, project that'll be moving forward thanks to the support of the Colorado Energy Office. Holy Cross, our vision is to truly lead the responsible transition to a clean energy future, and I'm proud to say that we're making amazing progress in doing that. Last month in May of 2024, for the first time ever, we provided our members in their communities with 80% renewable energy, which was a target that a few years ago we thought was going to have to wait until 2030, and it's here today. Next year, in fact, by the end of 2025, with existing projects and programs, we're going to push that number to 90%, giving us 5 years to capture that last 10% as we move towards our goal of 100% clean energy in our area by 2030, which is an important step in decarbonizing the economy. So we're very excited to be part of this. Projects like this one are very important for that last 10%. And I'll tell you why. Because when we have too much wind or too much solar to serve the electricity load, we can partner with projects like these to provide extra hot or chilled water to help the thermal energy system meet its needs. And that allows a very effective way for us to store that renewable energy during the midday that we would otherwise curtail at a cost. We can store that energy to be used by the thermal system in the afternoon and reduce strain on the electric grid, so we don't have to build that grid bigger. The synergy between these two systems is a large part of what we think will take us to 100%. And really it turns out to be a win-win for both consumers and the environment, because we increase the efficiency on both the electric and the thermal side. In fact, working together with our existing electric grid and these new emerging thermal grids, we can get the best of both worlds, clean electricity and clean heat. And that's really awesome. So we at Holy Cross look forward to working with the town of Vail and the partners to explore this exciting opportunity. And Governor, we appreciate your leadership on this and all things clean energy and the support of the Energy Office in making this possible. Thank you.
Thanks, Bryan. And I think everything's been said about this exciting opportunity, but what we haven't really specifically said is thank you for the $250,000. So that it's a huge grant. It'll help with the design, development, and engineering phases of this. And so thank you so much. It really helps kickstart that. And so with that, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Great to see everybody. So, and this is actually one of the 2 grants that Eagle County received. The other is for the courthouse in Eagle. courthouse complex, where the county buildings, where it's actually deployment stage, where they are going to geothermal heating and cooling, and they also received a grant. This one is the engineering stage. Very exciting project. We have done several dozen geothermal energy grants across the state. Everything from the engineering and planning, and this is a very exciting project which we'll talk about, to the regional deployment like that's happening at the Eagle County building. And then there's 3 projects that are potential geothermal electric projects in the state that we are supporting some of the initial test wells on. We're very test drill wells on. We're very excited that geothermal electric, currently 0% of the power in Colorado, but several percent of the power in Utah and Nevada and California, will likely be a part of our 100% clean energy, because geothermal electric energy is 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. And as we move towards more renewable, especially the low-cost workhorses of the renewable energy economy, solar and wind, we will also need that baseload piece, and geothermal electric has a huge opportunity. This is a very exciting district project, heating project. Not only will save operating costs once it's installed for all of the great buildings that are heated and cooled this way, providing the snowmelt here, and saving the town of Vail significant resources, but it'll also be an example for many others. And I'm hopeful that we'll be able to include some signage about what we're doing here at the library and the ice arena, just so people can really understand that this is 100% geothermal. I was recently on a Nordic trade and investment mission, and we were in Iceland. And of course, in Iceland, it's not a novelty. Everything is geothermally heated and cooled, and so very large swimming pools and everything is geothermal there. Their grid, it's about 30% of their electricity for their grid. They also have a lot of hydro, but for heating, they don't need cooling there, by the way. But for heating, it's 100%. It shows that it can be done, and we're doing it here in Colorado. When I was chair of the Western Governors Association, we launched an initiative, Heat Beneath Our Feet, talking about the opportunities for geothermal energy in the West. We have great seismology for geothermal heating and cooling, all the way to electric here in the West, Western United States. And this will be a very high-profile model for what we're doing. A great opportunity not only to provide reliable service for the arena, the library, reaching all the way to the town. Not only an opportunity to provide reliable snow melting, but also an opportunity to highlight in a very high-profile area and educate the millions of people who visit the area about what geothermal means globally, but what it also means and what we're doing here in Colorado, including right here in the town of Vail. So we're excited to partner with Holy Cross, really one of our most forward-looking utilities in the state. They're going to be between 95 and 100% renewable energy by 2030. As a state, by the way, we're going to achieve over 80% by 2030, which you already have. Obviously, we have many different utilities across the state. But we enjoy working with you, appreciate the embracing of geothermal. Enormous opportunities. In addition to the grants that went out, there is a second round of grants for additional geothermal projects across our state, and then we will also have some tax credits, again, especially to help bring online at least one, hopefully 2 or 3 geothermal electric producers in Colorado. They can make a major contribution to us achieving 100% renewable energy for our grid. Again, the statewide goal in 2040 that you're beating, you'll be close to that in 2030. And to reach it as an entire state, we appreciate Holy Cross leading the way. But I strongly believe that geothermal will be part of what we need to do to achieve that. Geothermal, across the United States, the highest percentage geothermal electric is Hawaii with a Kona plant. It's about a quarter of their power. And then it's in low single digits in many other Western states, but there are currently zero geothermal electric facilities in Colorado. We're going to change that. But in addition, these district heating systems provide tremendous opportunities that can displace natural gas consumption. I'm told that currently the snowmelt system and some of the heating uses natural gas, so we can replace the need for natural gas with reliable geothermal, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, next to zero ongoing costs. Remember, when you need natural gas, you have to buy it whatever the market is. And don't know how you handled it, but there were, you might recall the Texas storm a few years ago. Excel, for instance, had to pass along close to $800 million to ratepayers because of the price gouging that occurred during a several-day period during the Texas storms. We want to be independent of that. I mean, natural gas can go up because of wars in Europe. It can go up because of external economic factors. It can go up because of speculation. And this removes the need for having to worry about that and provides next to zero ongoing cost, de minimis ongoing cost, little maintenance here and there, unlimited heating, snowmelt for decades. These geothermal systems can last, a century, and many of them do. Downtown Boise geothermal system, about a century old. So we're excited about this contribution to the town of Vail. We appreciate the partnership. We're excited that the state is partnering and providing $250,000 to help make this happen. We're also excited to support the district heat system at the Eagle County Courthouse complex. And the future of geothermal energy, the heat beneath our feet, is very bright here in Colorado, very bright here in the town of Vail. And in addition to being one of the early adopters, the town of Vail, with this project, can be an ambassador of geothermal energy to the many people who pass through and can learn about the great opportunities that they can take back to their communities, not only across Colorado, but across the country and world. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So thank you all. And I guess if anyone has any questions, mingle and